Welcome back guys to another video. I'm going to welcome myself back too because I haven't been dropping videos for about maybe like 2 months now, but I will be doing weekly videos like before. So if you want to learn stuff about the game or learn anything new or have a better understanding, I'll be doing that again for Omniheroes. For this video, it's going to be me talking about the new patch that dropped yesterday, and I'll be talking about everything great about the patch. And the great things are going to come last because the great things are like the important things, like the buffs and nerfs towards characters. That'll be later in the video because I would need more time. But for the least important things, I'll be talking about them now because not a lot of people care about these. I don't think they're a big game changer towards people's gameplay. So for the new character in the Valkyrie, Bastet, she's the Mystifier Valkyrie. I'm kind of happy that she's here. I know Dina was meant to be here for the Avengers, but she isn't. But I would prefer Bastet. A lot of people requested Bastet to be here because Bastet is like a more better looking character. But she's here. She shares the same rewards as the Valkyrie. So again, is it Valkyrie? Yeah, her. They share the same rewards. So it'll be smart for you to use those rewards on Bastet just so you can unlock the skin. The skin only gives you stats towards your overall account. You don't have to wear the skin. I mentioned this in August. You don't have to wear the skin to have the stats. You have to unlock the skin. So for me, I know a lot of people don't know this, I like using the default skin, the first skin. I think the first skin is way more better than the last one. I don't know why, but to me it does. So for Arishtar, I use the first skin because I think the first skin is better than the last one. I think I might be doing that the same to Bastet. I haven't unlocked the last one, but I think the last one isn't going to be as good as the first one, but who knows. But yeah, this is Bastet. She does look cool. I'm happy she's here. Her favorite spot, I have no idea where it is. I think it's in between her legs to her stomach. So try it around there to get extra points when you click it. So when you click it, you get more points. I've used mine, but if you care about the points, you have to click them in specific places to get extra points. I think it's like an extra 5 or 10, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the new Bastet. I'm happy that she's there. I didn't think she'll be here. And you can get a free Bastet in the story once you get to level 10 and you watch the story. What else is new? Oh yeah, the free skin. They will give you a free skin in 120 days if you come to the shop and you buy this token 120 times, but you can only buy it once per day. So it's in 120 days, you'll be able to buy a free skin, and there's only 2 skins here at the moment, but in 120 days, there'll be other skins from other events, like the ethereal one in December, where they had all the ethereal characters. There'll be other ethereal characters in here. You're probably wondering, why isn't there no like royals in here? Yeah, I do agree that royals shouldn't be in here because royals did cost a lot of money, and I think players that spent money should get a bit of a difference toward other or free-to-play players. But I do think the free-to-play players should also get something, and them getting other skins what are not royals is kind of good because they're getting a skin for free that you didn't buy, and people that did buy a skin are also getting the free-to-play stuff and the ones they did buy. So I understand why the royals aren't here. But for now, there's only 2 characters. I know in like December there was like other skins released that will be released in like 120 days. Are they good? They're definitely good skins. I will recommend anyone buying a skin because skins come with stats, and these stats are crucial when you want to do a lot of damage output in PvP around round 2. The Doorbella one is actually really good. The Doorbella one makes her 105 speed, making her roughly the same speed as most top tier DPSs, but her damage output and her contribution in like the supportive way isn't really good. So in maybe 120 days, is her skin worth it? Not for a lot of people. I say that because if we look at ethereal characters, there's plenty of people that have a skin. She has a skin. She has a skin. I'm not going to mention Idora. So there's like 3 people with a skin. In the future, there's going to be other DPS coming out with 105 speed. So most top DPS have 105 speed, like Nawi, like everyone else. So Doorbella has the good part. She has the skin that gives her 105 speed. But like I mentioned before, she's not a good supportive character and her damage output isn't the best. But someone that is quite good is her. She's like a crucial character to Ethereals and her damage output is way more higher than Doorbella. But the only bad thing about this character is that her speed is trash. But her speed can be increased by 5, making her 102 speed because she is 97. So you could put her 102 speed, making her be much better than before and giving her an opportunity to do damage before dying, because 102 speed isn't bad, but it's still bad. But 97 is just awful. You're not even moving. So in PvP and PvE, I recommend people buying this skin over Dorbella because this character is hard to replace. She has a lot of damage. She's great supportively and offensively. And overall, I think if you don't care about the skin or what it looks like, then I think the Doorbella one looks way better. We all know why it looks better. But I think the Doorbella one looks better, but is not better because Doorbella isn't really a good character. She's a mid character, and she has Monarchs, right? Monarchs is good, but I don't think Monarch is going to carry how good she is because this character is just way more better supportively and offensively, and her skin makes her 10 times better than what she is. So again, this will be in a shop just like the Doorbella one. This will be in a shop in like 120 days. Buy this one first if you haven't got it, then buy the Doorbella one later on. But I doubt you can even buy the Doorbella one later on because there are going to be way more people in the shop that are probably more crucial to get. So if you care about stat wise, buy that. If you don't care about stat wise, get the Doorbella one. That's what I can say. What else is in this new patch? Oh yeah, the Celestial Trials. Celestial Trials went from 60 to 100, so you can get to floor 100 now. I haven't tried floor 100 because I never had a chance to, but floor 100 will allow players to get more rewards and different rewards. What are the new rewards? The new rewards are the red coins. They call them golden coins, but we're not colorblind, so we're calling them red coins. Yeah, these red coins, these are so important for late game people. So if you're like mid game, definitely save these. These are so important. But if you're in late game, you would understand how valuable these are. I do think it's nice that they give you a chance to get these other than in NE. I know NE was the only place you can actually grind to get these, or you could try and buy them, but a lot of people won't buy these because they were only for particular characters that was released in that time. So you can buy runes for maybe like Madeline or whoever, but now you can actually get the coins from other places but NE. I don't know how much they will give you. So in 20% and 20 attempts, or no, 24 attempts, you will probably get plenty of these in like a few days. Or no, in a few days. Maybe like in like 2 months you'll get plenty, but in the first day you probably would get none. In the first 2 days you may get like one or two. So it's nice that you can even get one or two in 2 days, other than waiting a month to get, what was it, in a month you can get 30? Yeah, it was not that great. Or no, 40 I think. But yeah, that's a nice addition. For people that care about leaderboards, the leaderboards are here. I know a lot of people care about being the highest floor on the leaderboard just so their avatar can pop up. So make sure you get that if you care about that. I do care about that too, but I don't think I'm going to reach floor 100 before other people, because I think floor 100 isn't just going to be a HP increase and a damage increase. I think they're going to add more additions to the bosses. So around floor 1 to floor 10, there's one boss, and then I think from 10 to 20, there's two. From like 20 to 30, there's three, and then I think maybe around 70, they're gonna probably add four. I'm not sure, but I do think it was probably gonna be like that. But yeah, that's all the least important things what people may or may not care about. So the important things in this patch are definitely the buffs towards characters, and the buffs are quite crucial to some characters, and I do think some buffs should have been better, and I do think some buff could make a character worse than what it was before. So Bastet, I do think Bastet should be a good character because in mythology she is a high ranking character in the Egyptian mythology. I don't think people care about that, but she is. She just looked like a good character in the game. Most people would like what she looks like, but again, she's a bad character. The reason why she's bad is because she is mystifiers, and what she does is quite useful, like useless. She just does damage pretty much. And her last rune synergy was, what was it? It was like Seraphina, but it was quite different to Seraphina. Seraphina's one is if you reach 30 stacks of any buff, everyone on your team will get ignore shields towards the enemy team. But for Bastet's one, because she's not a royal, she had the highest damaging ally in your team, and Bastet, after 30 stacks or whatever, would have ignore shields for 1 round. And this would apply every round if the stacks are higher than 30. But they removed that and added this one, where every time Bastet takes action, she will purify one debuff of one random ally, or all debuffs of one random ally. And then at the bottom it says it will debuff all debuff of one or two allies. So it goes from 1 to 2. Would I recommend anyone buying the bottom one? Definitely not. The bottom one is not not a priority for anyone. I don't think it's a luxury for anyone either. I think this is not that good, but the top one is okay if you can get like spare runes for her and just put it on. But her last one was way better because her last one was for a offensive team and it was also more unique. This is whatever. You can purify debuffs multiple places. The Sage Tome allows purification. There's many characters that can purify themselves. So again, I don't think this is a great buff. I think it's more like a nerf. But if they did add the last one and this one and combine them into one, because Bastet is trash and Mystifier is trash, so I do think if they combine both of them together, she would have been a better character than what she is today. So yeah, I would say this is a nerf to her university, to her being more universal. Yeah, she's more trashed in the universal tree, but for Mystifiers, I'd say it's a good thing for Mystifiers because she can purify buffs off one person, but her being more universal is quite bad. So again, I do think if they added both of them together, she can be a better character because she is a nice character. I do think most people would put her on her team if she was good, but again, they made her quite bad, and I do think it would be nice for her to be good because her synergies aren't the worst. She has Protector, so she can work in Doom because Doom has a lot of good protectors like Madeline and Lamia, and maybe if she was really good, she can be put into a ethereal team. I know, of course, you're not going to put her into a ethereal team, but if she was broken, or Naui broken, people will put her in any team because she has Protector, what can work with Karnak, and it can work with Katarine, and it can work in outside of, like, again, it can work in, what else does it can work in? It can work with Gwyn, it can work with Lamia, Madeline. She can work with, like, quite strong people, but she's just a bad character. So yeah, again, that was a nerf towards her. I wouldn't consider that a buff. Her one's definitely good. Wait, why am I clicking up there? Okay, where is it? Okay, her one is definitely a buff. There's no way it's not a buff. It's definitely a buff, but is it a good buff? It's a good buff if you can get the 4 Empire attack. If you don't have 4 Empire attack, you're trolling. I'm just gonna say it now, you're trolling. If you don't have the 4 Empire attack, 4 Empire attack is the most crucial thing about this character because she bases off attack. I've said this many times in my videos that the higher attack she has, the more damage output your team can do. So you would need 4 of these, what say increase her own attack by 40% in battle. You definitely need that 40%. That 40% is huge. You need that. And in order for you to get her buff, I would say, to her rune skills, you would need to have 4 Empire attack to make sure this buff is useful. Because if you don't have 4 Empire attack, then there's no reason to even get the rune skill because the rune skill isn't as strong as the 40%. But this is definitely a buff towards the last rune skill she has. But I don't think most people can use this because you would need 4 of the exact same Empire attack runes. So again, if you can have 4 Empire attack, that's great. Strong passive or strong rune passive. But overall, I don't think it's worth it for people to invest their exclusive runes into this just to get this over that. That's all I can say. So again, if you want to use her, make sure you have the 4 Empire attacks with her exclusive runes. If you can't have that, then just do what I'm doing and I don't use it at all. Who else got a buff? I think she got a buff, but I'm not going to talk about this because it's not crucial. Did she get a buff? I think it was her. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think it was either her or the other one. I'm not sure who it is. Let's see. Was it her? You know what? I can't remember, but both of them are not important. So again, these characters are not even that good. She's only good if you got the skin, and she's only good if you put her in a particular team of like ethereal. But apart from that, not great characters. A great character did get buffed though was Naui. Yeah, I would agree that her rune skill was trash. I would agree on that. I think everyone would agree that her rune skill was trash, but they did buff it to make it more stronger. Why am I here? They did buff it to make it stronger, and I will agree it was a bit weak before, but I don't think Naui should be even getting a buff because Naui's on a scale of a royal scale. She's not even a royal, but she is a royal. She's a royal character. So let's not lie. She's a royal character. She's so strong, but I don't think she should be getting buffs right now. I think other people deserve to get a buff. Like I mentioned before, Bastet is so weak. Bastet would would be nice if Bastet had something like this, where she can give people damage reduction of magical or physical, and then have all the other stuff on the passive, right? The rune passive. But again, now we got one. Now he's one, of course, better than the last one. It went from 15 to 30, and I think it went from 30 to 40. So great buffs, but I don't think she needs buffs. And like I mentioned before, you would need to have 4 attack to make sure this is worth it. This is not going to be as worth it if you don't have 4 attack. So I don't use Naui, so it looks a bit scrambled. But if you have 4 Ds, I don't have 4, but if you have 4 Ds, 4 attack ones on the rune skill will make it more worth it than only having 1. That makes sense. Naui's basically a nuke. The only reason why you use Naui is to nuke the enemy team down, or to nuke the enemy boss down, and there's no way you're going to give up 40% to get this. Like, we're smart people, right? We're definitely smart people. It will be smart to get the 40% over just having this trash, right? This is not good if you don't have to attack. If you have both, excellent, great. If you don't have both, not smart. So it would be good to prioritize attack before the rune skill. But I don't think she should have got a buff anyway, in my opinion. Who else got a change? I can't remember. I'll make a video on the most important ones, and I'll make a video per character of the changes, but I don't remember all of them. But one I do remember, well, you know, I had to leave this last because it's just too good. It's just too good to not leave out. I think the Doris one, that one go crazy. We already know it go crazy. That one's a bit too strong, but I can't blame, because Doom is terrible, so I can't really, you know, say anything bad about that. But her one is crazy. Again, I have the mistake here, but I can't change it. I do think I might get the 4 attack on Doris, because this is nice. Don't get me wrong, the reflect is nice, but I think I'm going to get the red one and try to get a 4 attack, because the red ones are easy to get. If they're non-royals, they're easy to get. But yeah, let's talk about this. It increases Doomsday's reflect by 50%, and this one says 100%. Of course, I recommend, if you're using Doom, get the 100%, because there's no way you're not getting 100%, because it has 100% on the chance and it has 100% increased damage. This is the best Doom synergy, or the Doom rune synergy in the game, and I'll say it's probably one of the best rune synergies if you use Doom in anywhere. Like, I don't know how to explain it. If you use Doom, it's really good. If you don't use Doom, it is trash. Don't get me wrong. If you don't use Doom, it is trash, but it's still good in PvE, PvP. It's good everywhere. The reason why this is good, because you can do a lot of damage with reflect, and then every time the enemy moves, they take double reflect damage. So if you have the red one, buy the red one. If you don't have the red one, at least get the yellow one, because the yellow one is good. The second one, 33% isn't great, but when it does go off, you will definitely see it when it goes off. It's definitely seeable, and the 50% damage is good. It's only 50. She had nothing before, so again, from 0 to 50 is amazing, but from 50 to 100, that's even better. So if you do use Doom, make sure you get your Doris up. Doris is definitely one of the best. I think she's the best character in Doom now, if that makes sense. I don't think people would understand, but overall, I think she's the best Doom character. So if you want to buy Doom from the guild shop, buy her there. I'll try to get other ways to get Doris. I've got Doris from my what is this? From my Valkyrie thing. I've got Doris today. Surprisingly, I got Doris today. But yeah, I think that's the best buff in the whole buffs and nurse, and I do think I don't know if it's too strong. I've tried it, but I haven't tried the red ones. So if you do have the red ones, let me know. It's definitely really strong. I don't want it to get nerfed. The reason why I don't want it to get nerfed, because Naui is strong, and Naui is basically the same tier as Doris, if that makes sense. They both came out at the same time of I don't know what you call these characters. They're tier 3 legendaries. I think that's what they're called, tier 3 legendaries. They're both the same. Doris and her are the same, and they both have striker, but Doris is really slow. She's 96 speed, and now he's at 105. So I do think this isn't as strong as Naui, but I do know Doom has this, or Doris has this, right? Doris has this, and Doris' one's really high. So if you can see 375 to 761, that's a big jump. But yeah, Doris is definitely the best character in Doom by far. I don't want to hear people saying, well, Halios is good, Lamia's good, you know, they're not good, right? They're good, but they're not compared to Doris. Doris is good passively and she's good offensively. That's what we care about for characters. So yeah, I don't want to be rambling on, but she is really good. So if you want to use Doom as your second team, or you want to use it as your main team, focus on Doris more and make sure you have her rune skills, and please get the red one. I know it might sound crazy telling people to get the red one on a non-royal character, but this is way better than any royal Doom in the game. So make sure you get this. I'm going to get it soon after I finish my Seraphina, just so people don't think I'm lying. You know, once I finish this, I'm going straight to Doris. There's no way I'm not going to Doris. Finish this, go straight to Doris, get it done. So yeah, that's it. I'll be making a video on Doris in general. I'll be just making one video about Doris so I can explain how good this is with the team she can be used with and the team that she can be the best in, decent, and the worst. I know a lot of people would like to know that, because Doom have a lot of trashy characters. Like, this is trash, right? I wouldn't recommend anyone putting this in your team unless you have Janna, unless you have yeah, again, I'm gonna make a video about that later on. But yeah, definitely a good character. I'll make sure you have this and Seraphina in the same team. There's no way you're not having them in the same team. Again, making a video about that later on, but her with their striker, and then with Doris with the ignore shields, and then yeah, I'll make a video about that. But thanks for watching this video. Remember, I'll be making weekly videos again, just like before. So if you want to learn anything, make sure you come back watching these videos, and I'll make content on anything you request. So if you have a video that you want to know or know something about, put it in the comments, I'll make a video. But yeah, thanks for watching.